Hi, it's Mike from the Cyber Guys. Just want to take a few minutes to do a 3-minute tech talk about polymorphism. What is polymorphism? Well, it's really one of those words we just like to say, and it just seems like there's something mysterious about it, but it's not as complicated as you might think. It's based on the principle of casting, the principle of variables and objects that can hold smaller, more distinct versions of themselves within a more abstractly defined superclass or primitive. Now, what does that mean? Think of it this way. You can fit a smaller number inside of a bigger number if it's the same kind of number. If it's an integer, a small integer can fit inside of a larger integer. If it's an object, same principle applies. Now think about defining an object in an abstract sense. For instance, if we use the word animal, that's very vague. There are all sorts of different animals. But if you thought of it as a data object, where you just say animal is a class of object, well, that object, if instantiated, could carry the values of more specific animals. You could put a bird in that animal object. You could put a fish in that animal object. You could put a cow, a horse. They're all animals, therefore the animal abstract could be a container for the more specific subclasses. Well, polymorphism is when we define characteristics, the properties and methods, the behaviors of a class in the superclass, in the abstract class, and then simply override those same identifiers, those same handles, those properties and the behaviors and methods in the subclasses. Think of it this way. Again, let's go back to the animal analogy. In the case of animal, maybe you have a cow, a dog, and a cat. But all of them were defined to speak in the superclass animal. So when I call animal speak, but at that time, my animal object is actually carrying a cat, the sound that comes out will be meow. If it happened to be carrying a dog, it would be a bark, a woof. If it was a cow, it would be a moo. So ultimately, it's our ability to have abstract references execute distinct variable behavior, the polymorph of the superclass. With that way, you can actually have all sorts of different behaviors handled through abstract calls, and yet each time you're going to get something a little different. That's a very simplistic definition of polymorphism. We'll see you next time on another Mike's Tech Talk. Have a great day.